So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get better at telling a story. I really struggle with that and I have a hard time with it. And I do watch YouTube videos to try to get tips on how to do that better. And I just have a hard time with it. I'm not a good storyteller, not unless it's a BS type of story. But real life stories, I'm really having trouble fitting it all together, getting the sequence down and all that. So that's what I tried to do in this video. I tried to do a video that would more or less tell a story about me getting ready to go camping, what I had to do, going out and photographing some waterfalls, traveling from one waterfall to the other, and that's the kind of story I was trying to tell. So listen, if you do watch the video and you do make it all the way through, there's some really good photographs in here, and I put in a chapter timeline to kind of split it up a little bit in case you want to skip around, and I don't mind if you do that at all. You know, I just wanted to put a video together like this, and it's a very long video. It's 40 plus minutes long, and I chose to do it as one long video. So I hope you enjoy it, and give me a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with some of the other things I'll be doing in the future. Thanks for coming by, okay? So last Saturday, a week ago, I had to work, and it just totally sucked. So on Saturday evening, I decided I was going to go out hiking, and I took my D500 and I did a video about that, but I consider the hike was not very interesting to me. So I decided I was going to do something else this weekend. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get things ready. I've checked the weather, and the weather is going to be perfect for waterfall photography. It's going to rain tomorrow, Friday, and most of Saturday morning, and that is perfect waterfall photography to me. Anyways, I have embarked on a new adventure, and my goal is to visit more of the Tennessee state parks this year. Now, normally I stay over in the Smoky Mountains at the national parks, and the problem with that is they're pretty primitive. Now, if you just want to go over there and do photography and you don't care about much of anything else, they don't have any electricity, they don't have any running water at the campsites, and they don't have any showers in their bathhouses. So about the only thing you'll find in their bathhouse is a bathroom with a toilet and a sink. And they do have a place for you to wash your dishes, but it's not really, I would not consider it very sanitary for drinking. Now, one of the advantages to staying in the national park is I have my lifetime senior pass, so I get 50% off camping. So it's about $15 a night. I'll be going over there next month, and I'll be doing a video around the middle of April, and I'm hoping to see some bears and deer and what have you, some wildlife. I'm going over pretty much just for wildlife photography. But this weekend, I decided I was going to start doing something different, and this I'm going to start visiting the Tennessee state parks. So I picked a location, and I decided to make a reservation. Now, I got 25% off, and because I'm a senior citizen, and the campsite was $30, which is about double what the national parks are. But the state parks have bathhouses that do have showers in them. Their campsites do have water at the campsite, and they have electricity. So that is great, okay? I'm looking forward to maybe visiting a lot more state parks this year to do photography in that area. So I'm going to show you now. I'm going to get the truck ready to go, and I'm going to leave early in the morning and head out. And like I said, it's supposed to be raining tomorrow, which is perfect for me. So thanks for coming along. We've got to run down to Staples real quick and return a package for something I bought from Amazon, and then we're going to come back home and get the truck all packed up.
Hi, company.
Hey, bud.
Return.
Yep.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Scan it one more time.
So that's the new way to return things at Amazon, is you take it down to Staples and they take care of the whole thing. So this is what I got to do to get my truck ready to go camping. So you already see me put the bed platform in and what have you. I gathered a little bit of firewood. So I'm going to get this area fixed up. This tote right here has most of my camping supplies in it. It was in the basement and I had to bring it up here. And then and I need my chair out of here. I need to put that in the back of the truck. This is a turkey hunting chair, but it's low to the ground type, and I just kind of set that in there. This is my wool blanket and my pillow and my sleeping pad. I'll blow that up when I get to the campsite. My pink chair, because I left my camouflage chair at work by accident. This is my wife's chair, by the way. Then I have an electric space heater I'm going to take with me tonight and use in case I need to get some heat in here instead of my propane heater. Then a mattress, or a bed sheet for the mattress. So it's kind of warm out this time of year, so I don't think I need a lot of heating tonight or tomorrow night when I leave. So this is minimal camping setup for one night. I'll put my camera gear in the truck cab with me, and I just wanted to show you what I had to do to get ready to go camping. Well, good morning. Today's Friday, March the 8th, is that right? Yeah, March the 8th. And I'm going to visit about 5 different waterfalls in my overnight journey. And I'll be gone Friday and Saturday. It's a 2-day trip. And I'm going to camp out down at the Old Stone Fort in my camping pickup truck. So I stopped this morning at McDonald's, got me a coffee. I had to meet one of the Cookeville Camera Club members at the Putnam County Courthouse to see about displaying some images down there at near the mayor's office. And I just left Cookeville, Tennessee. I'm heading south towards Manchester, Tennessee. But right now, we're going to make our first trek to the first waterfall of this trip, and I'm going to take you along with me.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Lost Creek Road.
Some of you may be wondering why I have some drone footage in my video. So the story is, I've passed by this farm several times and I decided I would take my drone on this trip, and I stopped in the road to get some aerial footage of this farm. So my first stop on this trip is Lost Creek Falls. Now this waterfall is down in White County, Tennessee, just below Sparta. It's a state natural area, And I just got a glimpse of it from the road above, and it looks like it's flowing really good. The hike down to the waterfall is a short distance. The hardest part of this hike is the numerous stairs you have to go down after you get to the turn. There's also a cave down here that you can get into, but this time of year, the sign back there, as you can see, says the cave is closed for the season. I think it has something to do with bats. So we're making our way down the path to the waterfall. We're going to go to the base of the waterfall. It's trying to rain, so I'm hoping to get down here and get some photographs before the rain starts. The cave down here is coming into view right now. Let you get a glimpse of that. I've never been in that cave, but I hear that there's a waterfall, a small waterfall inside of it. And there's the cave right there. So we're going to make our way down the stairs. There's not very many of them. And there's the waterfall right in front of us. So as you can see, it's flowing pretty good today. I picked a good day to visit. I've never seen this much flow before. Normally it's just coming over there a little bit easier. We're going to get set up right here and do some photography. The flow was amazing today. I used the Nikon Z8 with the 14-30, and this is 0.8 seconds at f10. Since I was heading out of town, this was just a quick visit. I've been to this waterfall several times, and later on here in the video I'm going to show you some photographs I took in previous years. Well, it's starting to rain. I'm going to have to pack up and get out of here, and I'm going to walk over here by the cave real quick before I head out so you can see that. So the waterfall, I don't know where the water goes, underground somewhere, but there's water flowing from this side over here, and it's going into this cave, and you can see the cave right there. Well, we're going to hike back up the trail and get back to the truck. Like I said, it's starting to drizzle rain out here. Okay, I just finished up at Lost Creek Falls down here in White County, Tennessee. It started to rain on me, and then I realized I forgot a essential piece of my gear, an umbrella. So it's supposed to rain most of today and maybe tomorrow morning, and I don't think I have an umbrella for my own use at the house. So I hope you enjoyed those images of Lost Creek Falls that I took today. And right now I'm going to show you a couple images that I took several years ago during the fall of the year. It had a lot less flow, but it had a lot more color to it. So have a look at those photographs right now. This is one of my favorite compositions of Lost Creek Falls. I was using my Nikon D70 with the AFS 12-24 lens, probably back in 2019. It was a beautiful fall morning with perfect colors on the waterfall. And on another visit, I found this composition with a hole in the rocks I was able to tuck into and get this side shot of the waterfall. You'll notice that I was using my Nikon Z6ii with the 14-30 f4 lens. In this final image of Lost Creek Falls, I probably took this image probably around 2019 also. I just like the leading lines of the pathway that takes you up to the waterfall. Well, I was cruising down the wrong road, and I had to pull out my Apple Maps and see where I was going. So I ended up on a country road somewhere between Spencer and Manchester. Well, I was driving down the road and I seen an interesting old abandoned building.
Bear left onto Worthington Road, then bear right onto Bone Cave Road.
So I turned around to go back to it, and that's what I'm doing right now. So after turning off the highway, I found this old abandoned building up here, and it's got no trespassing signs on it, so I'm going to try to stay out here in the road. But I believe I'm going to get my wide angle lens out, my 14-30, and take a photograph of this. It's pretty old building. Yeah, I believe I'm going to get my camera out and take a photograph. Well, I came over to the other side of the house and it was equally as interesting. So I made some photographs with the 14-30. I also got the 24-120 out, and I went ahead and got the 180-600 and did some close-up shots. And I'm going to show you those photographs in the video right now. So you just don't get in a great big hurry when you're going someplace, or I don't. And I was able to find this old house alongside the road to stop and take a photograph of it. I think I'm gonna like this trip. Well, I made it to Old Stone Fort State Park, and I found my campsite, which is number 37, and I'm going to show that to you right now. And pretty nice. It's paved, and it's got water, and it's got electricity, and it's got a fire ring right over there. May have a fire tonight, may not, just depends. And the bathhouse is right over there, and that's where I'm heading right now to go check that out. So we've come to a pretty nice bathhouse. We'll see what the amenities are. As I told you earlier in the video, the ones over at the national parks don't have a shower, and they just have a toilet and a sink. So we're going to see here, they don't even have hot water at the national parks. Turn on the lights. Yeah. Well, I don't think there's a shower in these. I don't see one. All I see is toilets and sinks. So previously in the video, I stayed over in campsite number 37, which is the first or the second loop as you come in. And there's a bathhouse there, but it's not got showers in it. It's just got toilets. So I realized that further down into the campground was another bathhouse that's much, much larger. And purportedly, the showers are in this bathhouse. So they only have showers in one of the bathhouses at Old Stone Fort. So we're gonna go in here and have a peek. Left on the men's, right on the women's. Yes, this is a much bigger bathhouse. It's heated, well lit. It's a baby changing station, and it does have private showers. There's 2 of them. So that's a nice amenity. One of them is handicapped also. That's a nice amenity here at Old Stone Fort State Park. So if you want to be close to the bathhouse with the showers, you need to be further back in the park as you drive in on those campsites back there. And right across from me house is campsite number 12, and then there's a loop that goes back around that way of campsites. I'm gonna drive through the loop and see what campsite numbers they are. And then there's a few campsites close to the bathhouse right here. Well, after checking out my campsite, I decided to travel on down to Tim's Ford State Park because I heard there was some deer down there, and I've seen some photographs of a couple bucks that were taken down there. So I drove down there about 20 miles. I saw a couple does and some younger does. One of them was kind of I don't know what they call it. They're kind of white on the rear end of it. Anyways, I didn't see any bucks. I stopped down there and I ate my lunch that I brought with me and drove through one more time and didn't see anything. So now I've headed back towards Old Stone Fort Archaeological State Park, where I'm camping tonight. But I took a sidetrack on a road here to my second waterfall for today. So we stopped here at this waterfall, and the name of it is Rutledge Falls. Okay, now I was here a couple years ago and it didn't look all that good, but it really looks pretty good today. So I'm going to figure out where I need to be to get a photograph, or two, or three. So there's some people's house here, but I know they let people visit this. Across the street at the church are some porta potties, which is real nice. This place used to get a lot of traffic, especially during COVID. Anyways, we're gonna make our way down these rock steps and get down to the bottom and see if I can get a photograph. And there's another picture of the statue. I think she's called the Princess of the Waterfall or the Queen of the Waterfall, something like that. I'm not too sure. It's trying to rain a little bit, so I put on my rain jacket, and I just brought down my backpack and this my Pocket 3 here. We're gonna head on down to the bottom. So I just set up here at the bottom of the falls, and I brought the Z8 today with the 14 to 30, and I need that 14 to 30 to get the width of this waterfall. It's pretty wide right here. Anyways, I'm set up down here with some of these rocks as my foreground interest, and I just took some bracketed shots. I'm going to blend those in the computer and show those to you. And now I'm going to put the 6-stop ND filter on the front of my polarizer to get a longer exposure, to try to get this water in front of me. It's really turbulent right here, to get it to smooth out quite a bit. And we'll look at that in the video now too. Well, I moved over a little bit to the one side to be able to capture this in with the big waterfall. And I think I did a pretty good job with it. I put the 6-stop ND on it and shot some 30-second and some 60-second exposure so I could blend them on in. Here it is one more time. Rutledge Falls. I was coming out of the waterfall, heading back to the truck, and I spotted this barn over here, and the clouds in the sky just looked really good. So I had to get a photograph of this barn right here. Now, it's a pretty neat looking barn, the way it's built. But look at the sky. That's what I'm talking about. What a neat looking sky. I hope this one turns out. If it did, I'll show it to you in the video right now. I love old barns, and I never pass one up or an opportunity to photograph one when I see it. Well, that there be waterfall number 2 for the day, and that only leaves me with about 3 more to go to finish this video out. So it'll probably have to happen tomorrow, Saturday. Hopefully, I mean, it'd be nice if it was cloudy like it is today. So I'll probably have to get up pretty early in the morning. We're gonna head back over to the campground and see what I need to do to get set up for tonight, blow up my air mattress and what have you. Here's another one of those crazy drone shots. This was not far from the state park in Manchester. I just happened to notice this busy intersection when I went to get something to eat, so I decided to put the drone up and do a hyperlapse of this intersection.
It drizzled the rain most of the night. This is the second day. So I'm gonna get up, get moving, go try to find some breakfast and try to hit the next waterfall in this series. Well, it's 6:20 now, and I've left my campsite, and I think I'm gonna go find me some breakfast. So I just pulled up my Apple map. It asked it where the closest Waffle House was, and there's one about 1.5 miles away. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go find me a Waffle House and have some breakfast. Yes, I'll have the All-Star,
Okay.
a hash browns, a set of grits,
Okay.
bacon, over medium.
Waffle, biscuit and gravy.
Pardon?
Waffle or biscuit and gravy?
Waffle.
Gotcha. Bye, guys. Y'all have a good day.
Can I have a few creamers?
Huh?
A few creamers. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Over medium plate, waffle bacon.
Well, I just had breakfast at the Waffle House. We're on day 2. Today is Saturday, March the 9th. We're going to waterfall number 3. We went to 2 different waterfalls yesterday, and I hope to get 5 waterfalls in before the weekend is out and return back home this evening. So we're off to number 3. So I've come to the Short Springs State Natural Area to visit Machine Falls. That is my 3rd waterfall for the weekend. Now the trail down to Machine Falls is not real difficult. The last part to climb down into the falls, they've got some steps there. They used to. Like I said, it's been a few years since I've been down here. So we're going to see what the falls looks like today after raining all night. Okay, probably hiked about, I don't know, half a mile, 3/4 of a mile. Now we come to the hard part of the trail, and that's right down here. And we have to go down this steep section, and you can see the creek all the way below there that the waterfall's creating. So we got to go down this area right here, and I'm going to put the camera up because I'm going to have to use my walking stick. Like I said, it's pretty steep down through here. So we made it down that steep, treacherous climb down to the Machine Falls base. The water flow is not as great as I thought it would be for the amount of rain we've had. So I'm not too sure what kind of falls pictures we're going to get, but we'll just see here in just a few minutes. So there's a trail that goes up here to the right, but I think I'm going to walk the edge of the creek because the waterfall is just right down there around that corner, and it looks pretty shallow. And I do have my water shoes on today, so I'm not too worried about getting my feet wet. Okay, here's a view of Machine Falls for you. So I'm going to get busy here and take some photographs of this, trying to find some compositions here. I'll probably have to get down in the water with my tripod, I imagine, to get a good shot. I wish I would have brought my Robus tripod so I could get up higher so you could see the plunge pool. I'll have to finagle that around. Okay, I have come down here. As you can see, I'm in the water. And I put my 6-stop ND filter on top of the polarizer. I'm using the Case Wolverine filters today. And my exposure on this is going to be 60 seconds. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this water right here flattened out a little bit and not so turbulent. Also, I like that dreamy look. A lot of people don't care for it, but I do. So this is what I like to do. So I'm going to recompose here because I'm a little bit too close for this. If I go back to 14 millimeters on this lens, stacking these 2 filters, I get vignetting for these lenses. So I have to go to about 16 millimeters on the focal length on this 14 to 30 f4. So what I'm going to do is back up a little bit. It's a little deep back here, but I'm going to back up just a little bit with my tripod and see if I can do better. Okay, so I'm going to turn my camera off, okay, and I'm going to step down in this water just a little bit, just to back up some, to get more of a shot of this waterfall. Ooh, this water's cold. These are some of the things you got to do when you're out doing waterfall photography. I'm going to level my camera. I tend to find that easier to do in the field. I'm at 16 millimeters. I could probably
Probably go in a little bit, stay from cropping it so much. But I am using the Z8 today, so croppability is not a factor. So this is going to be a 60-second exposure at f10 at ISO 64. I'm going to have to figure something out here. I'm getting a lot of mist on the front of my filter. So let me see what I got. So I brought my raincoat out here. Gonna try to drape it over the lens somehow. Try to keep this mist from falling. Maybe I can do something like this. Let's try that and see what happens. 60-second exposure with raindrops on my head. Kind of got my raincoat jacketed over the camera. See if I can keep that mist from falling on that lens. Look, that's better, okay? I got a lot of that off of that lens, okay? That's a pretty good shot. I kind of like that, but I think I like to redo that composition just a little bit. So I'm gonna take my camera off and lower my tripod, but I'm not gonna lower my tripod with my camera on it. No, sir. Yeah, that was much better, holding my raincoat over that. So, what I'm going to do now is lower my tripod down. There's a couple rocks right here in front of me. I would like to exaggerate a little. So I'm going to set my tripod about that low, down close to the water. Now I'm going to get the camera back and the raincoat. It's one of the things you gotta watch for when you're out photographing waterfalls is the mist coming off the falls itself. It can be pretty horrendous. Now, I didn't think it was that bad here today, but apparently it is. So it's already got mist on it. I want to wipe it off. 5-second timer, raincoat over, and here we go. It's almost as good as having an umbrella. Another 60-second exposure, except I'm lower to the water. And if it turned out, I'll show that in the video right now. Okay, that's enough of that. I think I got what I want. So on the way back from the waterfall, and before I made my climb out down that steep old hill right there, rugged hill, they have what they call a wildflower loop down here at the bottom. Now I was just looking down here. I've been here before during the wildflowers coming out, but things are starting to happen down through here. I've seen some trilliums popping out, and there's some Virginia bluebells down in here. So there's quite a bit of things popping out. We've been unusually warm this time of year, so things are a little early. Usually I come down here, if I do come down here, it's usually in mid-April, and we're already just the first part of March. Anyways, I just wanted to show you this area. It's really pretty. It's just a small little loop trail along the creek where there's a bunch of wildflowers. So if you're looking for wildflowers and you're in the Tullahoma area, this is the place to come. Well, that was waterfall number 3 for the weekend, Machine Falls. It's located in the short Springs State Natural Area, just down the road from Rutledge Falls that we visited yesterday. Now we're heading back over to pick up a couple more waterfalls over near Manchester, and we'll join the video back when I get over there. Well, the place that I was going to go and get like 3 different waterfalls at one location, I stopped there at the Old Stone Fort State Park, which is near where I camped last night, and looked at the water, and it was too much flow. The water was milk chocolatey, and I decided I did not think it was worth taking photographs there. So I have left the area, and I'm heading towards Chattanooga now to another location, and hopefully that will be better when I get there. I've got about a hour drive, and then I'll have another hour drive to get home from there. So I should hopefully get something today to finish out the 5 waterfall weekend. Okay, well, I took a little detour on the way home, and I've come over here to the Fiery Gizzard area, and I'm going down to Foster Falls. Now, I have been there one other time. I was not impressed, so I'm hoping the second time I am more impressed. I just seen the flow from on top, and it's pretty massive today. Like I said, we've had a lot of rain, but now, if you can look behind me, we're getting little blue skies. The sun's trying to come out, and if you know anything about waterfall photography, that is not a good sign. Anyways, we're going to get on down this trail to the waterfall. So we got some steps. Pretty nice steps, really. It's a pretty rugged little rocky trail to get down to the bottom. Now the parking lot was pretty full of vehicles, so I don't know if there's anybody down here at the bottom of these falls or not. I'm hoping that they're out there just hiking on the trails, that there's not a whole lot of people down here. So far, there's nobody going down this trail that I'm going down, so that's a good sign. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me or not, because the water is really roaring off this thing. But here we are at the bottom of Foster Falls, and I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. And I'm telling you what, that is some good flow. There's another waterfall right over there. I don't know what the name of that is. I'll have to look it up. But I have got myself in a good location to make some photographs of this waterfall. So this here is number 4 on the weekend. The water's clean and it's got massive flow. I love this. So they got this swinging bridge that you got to cross. I'm not a big fan of these. They bounce too much for me. But it's pretty cool. It crosses the creek. And you can see the waterfall right back over there. Well, we got several compositions here. I used a couple different lenses. I even used the D200, and I will show those in the video now. This is waterfall number 4. The name of that waterfall was Foster Falls. So we're heading back towards the house, and I got one more stop to make to get number 5. And yeah, it's only 1:20. I got plenty of time before dark. Still got a couple hour drive to get home, and we got to get up out of this. I want you to look at this. All them steps all the way up there where them brown leaves are. It's pretty steep too. You can tell by the rock bluff. I'm gonna put this thing up so I can do it. Okay, that was waterfall number 4. We got one more to go. It's 1:40 in the afternoon. I like to be home before dark, which is about 5:30. So we got a little bit more driving to do to get to the next waterfall, and that'll be number 5. And boy, I tell you what, that climb out of that waterfall right there, whoo-wee. You know, that last video I did, I was talking about how out of shape I was, need to get back out hiking more. Yeah, I'm really out of shape. I probably need to get out hiking more than once a week. Anyways, we're gonna head on down the road and go to the next waterfall. Okay, I have arrived at my 5th waterfall for the weekend. And I'm down here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I'm at Middle Creek. And it's been a while since I've been here, probably about 3-4 years. And probably one of the reasons I don't come so often is because it's about 90 miles from my house. So I thought I'd come here today and try to make a few photographs of this Triple Falls. So if I remember rightly, I have to go through these rocks right here to get up to the Triple Fall. And out of all the 5 that I have been to this weekend, this one here is probably the most scenic that we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and film some of this on our way up. Beautiful country right here. Okay, I scratched and crawled through boulder field and trees and everything else to get up to this vantage point so we could see this Triple Falls right here. I'm gonna set up with the 14 to 30 f4 and I did some shots down below with the 24 to 120, but now I'm gonna go to the wide angle lens and do some shots up here and see what I can make of it. I just shot that side over there and I moved my tripod down to the end of the rock, and I'm going to do a different angle here. One thing I never do anymore is move my tripod with my camera on it. I always put my camera now back in my bag because I had an accident last year and I turned my back on my camera and the whole thing went in the drink. Well, it didn't really go in the drink, but it hit the rock and caused about $800 damage to my 70-200. So, moral of the story, I like this angle here a lot better. We'll go back to about, I don't know, 26 millimeters. Our base exposure is 1/3 of a second. I'm bracketing this f11 at ISO 64. I may have to put the 24 to 120 on there and get a couple shots with it. I'm just using the circular polarizer right now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the 24 to 120 on there and do some isolation shots of the actual waterfall. I come back up here and put the 24 to 120 on there with the polarizer. I had to use a step down ring because the 24 to 120 is a 77 millimeter thread and the 14 to 30 is an 82. So I'm gonna set my tripod up real quick. I really don't need to be in any particular place because I'm going to shoot a close-up of the waterfall. I think I'm going to do a horizontal shot and some vertical shot. It's getting pretty late. I'm going to have to hurry up and get out of here so I can get home. I like that composition. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna do a vertical shot with it. I'm just gonna take one of each. I'm kind of happy with that. I'll show both of these in the video. You decide which one you like better, the vertical or the horizontal. You can put it in the comments, let me know. All right, I believe that's gonna do it. I'm gonna pack everything up here and head on down the trail. Well, I hope you enjoyed the photography portion of the video and the 5 waterfalls that I visited. I was trying to do something different with this video, and I was trying to tell a story. And I wanted to tell the story about me having a bad day at work, me getting ready to go and do some photography and camping and going out to eat breakfast this morning as part of the trip. And I don't know, this is all new to me, so I wanted to do a little bit of a different kind of video. So what I'm hoping is you found it appealing. I would like to hear from you. If you didn't think it was good, or you thought I should do something different, leave me a comment about it. Be brutal, okay? I really want to improve my videos and what I do. My photography, showing people places that I go and places they could go and do photography too. Anyways, the good or the bad, leave me a comment. So I really appreciate y'all, all my viewers, all my subscribers. And if you did get some use out of this video, or you did enjoy it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up for it, okay? I'm not gonna beg for subscribers. People will subscribe to my channel because they like my content and they like what I do. That's the kind of channel I have. I'm not out chasing likes, I'm not out chasing views. I just wanna do videos that I like to do and that other people feel like that they're getting some use out of. So thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along on the trip. This is Ron Durant. I live in East Tennessee and I'm a photographer. Y'all have a nice day now.